Yeehaw! I'm back at my house in Vegas. I've been back here for about 10 days now. I left my quarantine headquarters in Tacoma on the edge of Death Valley because it was getting too friggin' hot out there, and well, there was a bunch of stuff I needed to do here at home. Gosh, there's just so many things that I need to do that I wasn't able to do when I was out in Tacoma. Like, one of the main things on my list of priorities is I need to take some photos in this awesome Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders costume that one of my fans sent me. I watched a documentary about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders called Daughters of the Sexual Revolution, and it was fascinating. I've always been fascinated by the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders because, well, you know, I grew up playing with Barbie dolls, and they're basically like America's Barbie dolls. In fact, I don't think there's anything more American than the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They are like the pinnacle of all American femininity. So I got this costume and I wanted to do some photos in it. I've had other fans send me, well, I basically have a whole photo studio set up here. Had some people send me this backdrop. And then, pardon me because the light's going to be kind of wonky. I also have some lights, softbox lights. I got my tripod. I've got a remote shutter release. I got everything, except I don't have the camera. I get a lot of emails from people asking what kind of gear I use to shoot my videos. And well, sadly, I just use my cell phone. The cameras on cell phones nowadays are pretty good. And so, you know, I don't really see the need of carrying a big clunky, like a professional DSLR camera around with me. I did break down and buy a DSLR camera last year when I went to Africa, when I went to Namibia, because I thought, well, if I'm flying halfway around the world to go see elephants and stuff, well, I should probably have a good camera. So I did. I spent like over $1,000 buying this really nice DSLR camera. But I never really used it because it's too big and clunky and cumbersome and heavy. And, well, it's just so much easier to use my cell phone. I mean, look, I'll show you in the mirror. You can see. I just have a cell phone on a little tiny tripod selfie stick with this fluffy microphone on the top to cut out the wind noise. Easy, doesn't attract a lot of attention. And, well, if I'm hiking to sketchy places like that plane crash, I'm going to be carrying a big bulky camera around. In fact, the only thing that big bulky camera comes in handy for anymore is when I want to take pictures of myself. So I did an 80s photo shoot a while ago that you might have seen some of the pictures from, and I shot those myself with it's a Lumix GX8, I think. Gosh, I don't even know. Really nice camera. It's supposed to be really good for vlogging, and, well, I'll just take their word for it on that. I just use it for selfies. Then I did another, like a punk rock photo shoot with it. And I mean, I think the pictures came out pretty good for being, just taking them by myself. And that was before I had most of this gear. So now that I have all this gear, I should be able to take awesome pictures with the GX8. But I lent it to my sister. My sister, must have been back in February, she expressed interest she wanted to make like a documentary about Tacoma because she thought it was such an interesting little town. So I go, well, here, use my camera. I'm not using it. And so I gave her the camera and the battery and the charger and everything to take with her back to where she lives in LA. Well, in the meantime, guess what? My sister went and got herself a job. She's been unemployed/underemployed for, probably like 5 years now. She had a really well-paying marketing job, kind of like my friend Larry, if you're familiar with my friend Larry's backstory. My sister and Larry have similar backstories. She had a really high-paid marketing job in the San Francisco Bay Area, but she got bored of the corporate life. She wanted to go have adventures and fun, and, well, that's what she did, but I guess she ran out of money, and she took a job as a nanny. Her friends just had twins back in right in the height of the coronavirus. They had twin boys, and I don't know what kind of arrangement she reached with them, but they're paying her to help them take care of the babies. Anyway, she's changing diapers and burping babies, and, well, unfortunately for me, she doesn't travel around with me anymore because she's off the market pretty much, I think, till like September. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to go on any adventures with her, but I know how it is. She needs to make money. Anyway, since she's burping babies and changing diapers, she's not using the camera. And so I texted her the other day. I go, hey, I need to borrow the camera. You could ship it to me, but that's probably expensive and risky. Or, since gas is so cheap right now, we could just drive out and meet each other halfway. She lives in LA. I live in Vegas. It's about a 4-hour drive to where she lives in LA. A little under 4 hours. So if we each drive 2 hours, we could meet in the middle. It's just like one of those old-time word problems where a train leaves Las Vegas, or a forerunner leaves Las Vegas at 12 noon, and a Forerunner, she also has a Forerunner, leaves Los Angeles at 12 noon. Where will they be when they meet? Well, the answer could be several places. Technically the exact, I think, halfway point is like Yermo, California. And there is a really cool taco stand there called Tita's Burger Den. It's actually the original Del Taco. Okay, you know the Del Taco franchise? Well, it all started out at this little taco stand in Yermo, California. I made a video about that a while ago. You can check that out if you're interested. And it's good food. It's casual, but it's outdoor seating only, and we're in the middle of an extreme heat advisory here. I think it's supposed to be like 110 degrees here in Vegas today, and I'm sure it'll be, gosh, just as hot in Yermo, which is basically right outside Barstow. So I don't really want to sit outdoors. I thought about meeting up at the outlets in Barstow. There's a big outlet mall with a bunch of fast food, but my sister said, listen, if we're driving all this way to have lunch and we haven't seen each other in a while, let's go someplace cool. How about Peggy Sue's? Peggy Sue's is this crazy 50s diner way out in the middle of the desert outside Barstow. I think technically the address is in Yermo. My sister just texted me that she already left, and well, here it's already 12:07, so I don't want to be late and stand up my sis. So I better get my bag and make my way. I'll start making my way west. Oh, God, yeah, you can feel it's definitely 108 degrees at least. But fortunately, I got ice cold air conditioning. Ugh, look what my thermometer says on the car. 100 degrees. Boy, I believe it too. It'll be interesting to see how hot it is farther out in the desert. There's that giant thermometer in Baker, California. If you've never been to Baker, it's home to the world's tallest thermometer in honor of the highest temperature ever recorded in the United States, which was in Death Valley. And Baker bills itself as the gateway to Death Valley because there's a highway going into Death Valley from Baker. So I guess just kind of jump on that bandwagon. Poor little Baker needs all the help it can get. It erected the world's tallest thermometer in honor of that high temp, which I think the high was like, gosh, 130 or something. It was crazy. So anyways, I'll check that thermometer. Probably not on my way there because I'm running late as usual. I'll check it on my way back though and see what it says. Look, there's a billboard for Peggy Sue's. Man, they start advertising stuff for miles and miles before you get there. It says I have 90 minutes to go. Well, that's about right. I mean, they pretty much have to start advertising 100 miles in advance. Because, well, gosh, it's many, many miles between anything out here. It's not like there's gas stations on every exit. This, what we're coming on up here is Jean. That's kind of like a little, well, it's not a town. I think there's a prison. You can maybe see the prison up on the hill there. And then there's a casino and a gas station, a couple gas stations. And that's about it. Oh gosh, now look at the temperature, 104. Okay, now we're coming up on the second blip on the highway on the journey to LA, and that's the state line. We're almost in California. This is a little kind of casino town right on the Nevada state line. There's oh gosh, I think there's like 3 casinos here and an outlet mall and some roller coasters. It's called Prim on the left as we exit town just across the California state line. You can see there, welcome to California. Well, there's a little building there called the Lotto Store, and all it does is sell lottery tickets to people from Nevada. That's right, as if there weren't enough options for gambling in Nevada. We don't have a state lottery, but a lot of people who live in Nevada really want to play the lottery. So they have to drive to the California state line to do so, and that little store there, all it sells are lottery tickets, and I think there's a Pepsi machine. And sometimes the line is so long, it's like out the door around the block. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm not saying degenerate, but degenerate. Okay, now we're passing into California. It's actually really fitting that my sister and I are meeting at a place called Peggy Sue's because, well, when we were little, you know, we're only 18 months apart in age, so we were really close friends growing up. We played together all day, every day, and our favorite thing to play was Barbies. Like I said, that's why I'm obsessed with the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. We loved our Barbie dolls, and we used to play some pretty interesting games with them. But our favorite game was, we had this one brunette Barbie doll that was like, we played this game that she was the rich, popular girl at school named Peggy Sue. And we had these two kind of ratty, skanky blonde Barbies that were, we used to make them be her two, like her entourage, her two friends, Stacy and Dolores. But Peggy Sue was always the queen bee. I guess we secretly wanted to be Peggy Sue. So, hey, it's extra fitting that we're meeting there for lunch. Oh, look, there's another sign for Peggy Sue's, 45 minutes ahead. Well, guess what? We've reached the town of Baker. This is where that thermometer is that I was telling you about. And actually, down that way is Jacopa. Hi, Barry. See, look, Shoshone, next exit. This highway here, 127, goes to Death Valley, and it goes right through Jacopa and Shoshone. Okay, there's the thermometer. What does it say? 111! Yikers! Yeah, my car, oh my gosh, look what my car says now. 109! Oh, look, here's another milestone we're passing. Zizix Road. Look at the name of that, Zizix. It's named after, well, there used to be like this crackpot health retreat out in the desert over there. I made a whole video about it. In fact, I made 2 videos about it, so check those out if you're interested. Man, this drive is so friggin' desolate. Other than the few places we've passed through that I've showed you, there's really not much going on but creosote and sagebrush. And the worst part is, there's not even very many radio stations that come in out here, so there's not much to listen to either. Fortunately, for me, that's not a problem. I'll just sing to myself. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, that's how this refrain goes. So come on, join in, everybody. Whoa, for the longest time. Pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Oh, Peggy, you're a heartbreaker, love taker. I want a brave man, I want a caveman. Johnny, show me that you care, really care for me. 18 wheels and a dozen roses. Papa loved mama, mama loved me. Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen. I'm sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She's got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Man, singing all them songs sure does help to pass the time. We're almost there. There's that old abandoned water park where I made a video once. Remember that? Well, that place is looking rough. Okay, it's 108 degrees, and well, we're finally here to our exit. Got to get off here on Ghost Town Road. It's named after Calico Ghost Town, which is over here to the right, up the hill. But we're going to go down here to the left to Peggy Sue's 50s Diner. Wow, it's out here, man. In the desert. Right by the, I think there's a Marine Corps storage facility or something there. They keep a bunch of tanks out there. But across the road there is Peggy Sue's. Pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Hopefully it's open, man. I don't see a lot of cars in the parking lot. So let's see where my sister's rig is. It's a gray Toyota 4Runner. Oh, there she is. Waiting for me. Oh, man. My sister just tried to go in there. She just told me they're friggin' only open for pizza. That's all they're serving. And, well, neither one of us is big fans of pizza. So, well, guess what? Plan B, we're going to go to Tita's Burger Den after all and sit outside in the 108 degree friggin' heat. I have a feeling it's going to be a very short lunch date. Dang you, Peggy Sue's. Actually, I should say, dang you, coronavirus. Back on the dang freeway. I think it's only, gosh, it's only 3.8 miles, so probably get off at the next exit. Okay, Yermo, the other exit. Hey, apparently it's big enough to have 2 exits. That's something. We're going into Old Town Yermo. Tita's Burger Den. Well, hopefully that's open. Dang it. I mean, I even went on the Peggy Sue's friggin' website and looked to make sure they were open, and it didn't say anything about them being closed. I mean, I guess technically they're not closed. They're just, you know, offering a limited menu of non-burger and milkshake items, and that just wouldn't do. Actually, I don't even want a burger. I just wanted some chili cheese fries, and I'm pretty sure I can get those here at Tita's. Okay, this is Yermo, y'all. Talk about a cool town. All right, here's Tita's Burger Den. It's coming up on the left. Let's hope it's open, A, and let's hope there's some shade, B, because god dang. Well, at least the bright side of it says it's only 106 here. See, look, Tita's Burger Den. How cool is this? The original Del Taco. This place is legit. Okay, it's open. Woohoo! But there's no shade. Boo. Ugh, gotta put on my dang mask to meet my own sister because, you know, she's gotta go back home to those babies. Don't want them to get sick. Okay, far out. We're here and we're in luck, believe it or not. He said we are the last 2 customers today because they're just about out of food. I mean, what is going on here? I thought things were opening back up, but oh well. The important thing is, I think he was able to make my chili cheese fries and my shake, which was gonna be what I ordered at Peggy Sue's anyway. So just have to hang out here in the shade. But hey, listen, I think I know why my luck held here, because I'm walking with the Lord. My new Jesus flip-flops that one of my fans sent me. You know how Barry always wears those fancy Jesus flip-flops? Well, 2 can play that game. Got my chili cheese fries and a strawberry shake. Unfortunately, I didn't realize they had carne asada fries. That's what my sister got. Now I have order envy. If you've never had carne asada fries, it's like taco meat. Well, grilled steak. Mexican style grilled steak on fries. It's like nachos, but on French fries. Oh my god, it's so good. But that's okay. These chili fries look pretty good too. Let's see how they are. Well, that was kind of a bummer. I mean, not only were we not able to go to Peggy Sue's, and I had to sit outdoors in the broiling heat, and now I'm completely wiped out. Man, because of the babies, my sister had to keep her mask on the whole time, and she couldn't even come within 6 feet of me. I feel bad because I hugged her when I met her, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Ugh, well, anyways, it was nice to see her again. It was nice to catch up, but unfortunately, we really didn't get to stay long enough because it was so dang hot. I feel like I could have spent at least another hour with her, but oh well, it is what it is. At least I'm gonna get home earlier now, so headed back to Vegas. Well, I guess I gotta go get a few groceries at Walmart and then I'll just go home. But hey, one last thing I can do on this crazy little trip is, well, I can stop by the world's biggest thermometer, Baker, and see how hot it is now. Holy cow, look at this truck, what it's hauling. I just passed another truck hauling the same thing. What is this? It's like these giant rolls of paper. It's so weird. Like, after I saw the first one, I was trying to figure out what kind of machine or industry needs a continuous long sheet of paper like that big. It was like brown wrapping type paper, like grocery bag paper. Weird. If you have any idea what those rolls of paper could possibly be used for, please comment below and let me know. Look, here comes another one of those trucks. This is the friggin' 3rd one I've seen. What on God's green earth do they need all that wrapping paper for? Alrighty, here we go. I'm gonna get off in Baker just long enough to see what the thermometer says. I ain't sticking around here because look, no matter what the thermometer says, my car says it's 113, and gosh, I can't handle being around here very long in that kind of heat. Oh, it's funny, I've only been away from my quarantine headquarters for 10 days, and I'm already homesick for it. Look at the sign, Shoshone, 56 miles. If I was just to stay straight, that would take me to Shoshone. Oh, God, it must be really hot out there. Let's see, here's the thermometer. I'm not gonna show you what it says yet. Keep it a secret. Aim low. I'm gonna pull over. I think there's like a little visitor center. Oh yeah, look here. Ah! World's tallest thermometer. Look at that. Man, I'm not even gonna cut the engine, dude. I'm just gonna pull over here in the shade. Put her in park. Set the e-brake for good measure. And get out and go look at this friggin' thermometer. Be right back, car. Okay, wow, this is cool. I don't know that I've ever actually stopped at this thermometer. Oh my god, this is actually super cute. I've never been to this little plaza, but look. First of all, it's a frying pan on a rock. Is it really hot enough to cook an egg outside? Skillet temperature would have to be 158 degrees. Come inside the gift shop to see what the current skillet temperature is. Oh my god, what a racket. I love it. I love that they use that to get you to go in their gift shop. But look, I can't go in because due to the dang virus, we are closed. How am I supposed to know what temperature it is in the skillet? Anyway, okay, enough beating around the bush. Let's see what the world's biggest thermometer says. We're standing at the base of it right now. Oh man, they need to clean it off. Look at all the bird poop. Dedicated on Saturday, October 11th, 2014 to Willis and Barbara Heron, the original owners, founders of the world's tallest thermometer. Facts. Built in 1991, it's 134 feet tall, which is representative of the world's hottest recorded temperature, which was on July 10th, 1913 in Death Valley, which was 134 degrees. Then it fell down in 1992. I heard it was real windy, it blew over. So they rebuilt it in 92, sold it in 2000. Heron's widow Barbara regained ownership and repaired thermometer in 2014, dubbed the Big Fix. And then it was relit on July 10th, 2014. Okay, I had to go all the way across the friggin' street to get a good view on this thing, but here it is. Look. Do, 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 bing! 113, just like I said. But it goes all the way up to, I think, 138 or something. Oh gosh. Man, I'd hate to be here when it was all the way at the top. I'm sure that's just a few years from now, the way things are going. Says me and my gas guzzling rig. Anyway, I'm gonna get back in the car with the AC full blast and head on home to Vegas. I don't really have anything else exciting planned today. I'm just going to Walmart, so guess I'm gonna end this video now, but I got my camera. I've got my backdrop set up. I've got my lights ready to go. Stay tuned for some fabulous Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders photos coming soon. Bye!